So thanks everyone for being here. Very excited to bring this information to you all. You all know what we do as an association, especially in the advocacy world, fighting for you. You saw it a lot during COVID, but you also saw another side of us, and that is the side that we want you to be successful. And in order to do that, we actually negotiate discounts on your behalf. And we go as far as to prop up organizations on your behalf. And we'll be hearing from one of those a little bit later on. That's our food service industry self-insurance work comp fund. But I'm going to hand this over to Dion. She is an absolute genius when it comes to member savings and our membership and kind of understanding where you guys need help. And there's another part to this too. If there's places where you need help, please let us know and we can start looking for those the companies and start negotiating those discounts. It's not easy. It takes time to get those companies in the pipeline and to bring them to you. And so I really appreciate you all being here. And I'm going to hand it over to Dion. She is, again, the master mistress of membership. So there you go, Dion.
Thanks, Carol. I wouldn't go as far as genius, but I'll take it today. Wanted to welcome everybody, and we just really need sometimes reminders of the savings. We've been getting tons of feedback from you all about how difficult things are right now. And in fact, I had a meeting earlier today with our Council of State Restaurant Associations where we all meet and exchange ideas, and other states are having the same issues. So we want to be able to remind you all of what we do, of our benefits, because we want to make sure that you get the money back into your pocket. And so we're going to go over some of the savings for you. There's a lot to cover. So some of it won't be, as quick as we'd like, but we're going to get there. And then we're going to be very informal as well. Carol and I are doing a role reversal today, and she will be covering the chat. So if you would like, you can raise your hand, you can unmute, jump on the chat, whatever works for you. Okay. So let's kind of talk about what we're going to go over today. Like Carol said, we're here for you, and we really want to be your personal assistant, so to speak. Because we get a lot of calls about, this has happened to me, what should I do? I need this product. Do you know of any vendors? And I wanted to remind you all too that we also have some really great vendors with the Restaurant Association who are members as well. And we'll cover that at the end and how you can find them. So we've got great people that have skin in the game with you. What we're going to cover today, though, is ones that specifically are related to your bottom line. So we're going to cover some rebates and savings with Buyer's Edge Platform and Dining Alliance. We've got them here today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the tip tax credit and how you can access that from one of our other benefits. Tana is here today. She's going to talk with us a little bit about workers' comp savings and your dividends. And then we're going to have a quick overview of the other cost-saving benefits. The best way for me to provide benefits to you all is exactly what Carol said. Let us know what you need. So the more that we know about you, the more we know how we can help. We want to know what's keeping you up at night, if it's restaurant related, and we want to know how we can help. So just give us a call anytime as well. You can also access us on our chat box or just through regular old email. So let's go ahead and open it up to Buyer's Edge Platform. So proud to have them on. They are one of our newest benefits, what we call our featured benefits, when we work with a vendor that becomes a benefit to our restaurants. So I want to introduce Erica Corso and Adrian Federico, who are here with Buyer's Edge. Erica's going to take over for this side, and then I will jump back on.
All right. Hello. Bear with me. I don't usually use Zoom, so I just need to share my screen really quick. Let's see.
Dion, you'll probably have to stop sharing.
Oh, okay. See, I'm difficult. Let's see. Okay, Erica, give it a try now.
Okay. Can you see it right now or no?
No, not yet.
Sometimes it takes a moment.
All right, screen 2.
There we go. So it's
Can you
starting
see
up.
it? All right. Present this. I'm gonna get my notes up. All right, can you see it?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, great. So once again, my name is Erica, and I'm joined by my colleague Adrian here, and we work for Buyer's Edge Platform. And Buyer's Edge Platform is the leading food service digital procurement network powered by data analytics, software, and collaborative relationships. Or change the slide. Oh, there we go. Okay, so our company, Buyer's Edge, was built over 25 years ago. So we have over 25 years in business. And we started working with independent restaurants to help them succeed by getting them better pricing and rebates. We work with a variety of brands. You can see on the side here, I'm sure you're familiar with some of them. And we have over 2,500 distributor connections as well. And over the 25 years, we've built out our company and required a lot of other brands that fall under 4 pillars here. Our digital procurement network, our fresh solutions, supply chain management, and also software solutions. So we have a variety of brands here that fall under our umbrella of Buyer's Edge, and we work with all different sectors of the hospitality industry, from restaurants and restaurant chains to hotels and casinos. But the program today that we're going to be focusing on to help you guys with is called Dining Alliance. So Dining Alliance is a free program, and it helps independent operators like yourself to save money and earn rebates. So how it works is you don't have to change anything that you're currently doing. You don't have to change how you purchase or who you purchase from. This rebate program is based on food service purchases made through your broadline distributors that you're purchasing from, like Cisco, US Foods, or Shamrock. We cover almost any of them. So we work on the back end to make sure that you get money back from these manufacturers. And we work with over 350 of them who supply over 175,000 line items. So for example, we're partnered with like Tyson Foods. So when you're part of our group purchasing organization, you receive a rebate back on Tyson Foods products that you purchase through your distributors. So also part of this that you'll have access to as a member of Dining Alliance is Beyond Broadline. This is separate from a rebate program. This is a group of vendors that we've negotiated discounts with, and then you'll have access to over 800 of them, like you can see here. And they cover a variety of services. So there's direct TV. If you have a restaurant or a bar with a TV that you use cable with, you can get a rebate or a discount with direct TV. We also do Cintas, Shoes for Crews, Chef Works, anything like that. You can get a discount for uniforms for your employees. With over 800, there's definitely something there that can help you that you can get a discount on. You can see here we have this layout of a restaurant of all the different ways that Dining Alliance can assist you to save money. Like for example, in the kitchen, again, we offer you rebates on Tyson, McCormick, lots of food brands. In the bar, we offer a discount on air gas. And then again, the bar uniforms through Cintas or Shoes for Crews. We offer a discount through Beyond Broadline on some outdoor seating or our parking and building maintenance section. We like to say anything from parking lots to rooftops, we can cover you with some type of discount or rebate. So once you join, this is our Launchpad portal that you'll use once you sign up. You can sign into it. And how it works is it helps you track your rebates, your estimated rebates for the month, and you can see all your purchases. When you put in your distributor, you'll get a list of all your purchases, and you can see whether or not the items that you're buying have a rebate attached to them or not. And then if you look closely, it's kind of small. You can see a section that says currently buying or switch and save. It can offer you suggestions if you're currently buying something, but there's something similar with a rebate offered, you can switch to that other item. Or you don't have to. You don't have to change anything that you're doing. A lot of products have rebates on them. You can also see your top items here, your top manufacturers, your distributor spend, your categories. You can just see a breakdown to help you organize all of your distributor purchasing information. Let's see. Yeah, so to recap, again, this is a completely free program that allows you to get rebates on the items that you're already buying. You don't have to change anything that you're doing. You also get discounts again on all those back end items and cable, uniforms, manufacturing things. So if you're interested, then there's a QR code here that you can use to scan to sign up. And then it'll bring you to a page where you can enter your restaurant information and your distributor information. And then at the end of that, you can schedule a sales call from one of our savings specialists, and they can help you get enrolled and give you some more information as well.
I'm going to put you on the spot, Erica.
Yeah.
You and Adrian, I actually was wondering if you could talk to us a little bit about the how. How do you guys know what they're purchasing? And I guess you're working with those product providers on the rebates. I mean, I'm thinking old school when we used to send in the box tops to get our rebates from our cereal. But how do they know? How do you know what they're purchasing and how do they receive the rebate?
Yeah.
I can handle that.
All right.
Essentially, so the launchpad that we're utilizing allows for us to connect directly to that distributor so that we can collect that purchase data automatically. So once they sign up with us, they get access to that launchpad, and we have that savings specialist walk them through on how to connect the data. They don't have to submit invoices or do anything manually. It'll all happen automatically in the back end. And then we take that information and then we submit it to the manufacturers and get those rebates.
And what if they're purchasing products outside of the distributor? Are those ever eligible?
Outside of their broadline distributor?
Correct. Like if I use Cisco or US Foods for my orders and I'm ordering something outside of that, will Buyer's Edge know that?
We would have to make sure that that distributor's set up in our system in order for us to collect the information. Yeah. Yep.
So Dion, I just want to say one thing, and that is that I brought this up to my executive committee. They're all restaurateurs, and it sounds like some work on the front end, but when you're getting checks on the back end, and I mean they're significant checks, it means a lot. As a matter of fact, so one of my board members, he said, "Oh yeah, I do that. I've been doing that for years." Somehow he got into this program years ago, and he said, "I make lots of money from this, and I don't have to do anything. It just happens now." And so I don't know if it's that easy, but he knows he gets the checks, and he doesn't do a lot of work towards that. So I think that's the exciting part, is that there's money to be made here, and we want you guys to have that money, period.
And our goal too is to get you guys something back in your pocket and that doesn't take tons of work on your part. I mean, there's going to be some work to make any money, but Erica and Adrian are right. Once they kind of get this started and you get everything registered and you get everything in the system, the checks will start to cycle. And it takes a while. It takes a while for the data to upload and everything to come through. But once they start going, it's just an automatic thing, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, they're delivered quarterly. Yeah, then you go into the launchpad like I showed you, and then you can just click accept check and put in your information, and you can get it every quarter.
And are those checks mailed? Are they direct deposited? How do I know what my savings are?
Yeah, so they're direct deposited. Yeah, there's when you go to retrieve your check, you just put in where you want it to go. You can put in a routing number, and then you can receive the check through that, all through direct deposit.
Great. Is anybody using Dining Alliance now that you can give us kind of an estimate? Or it's so variable, I understand, depending on what they're ordering. Adrian's just nodding.
Yeah, the different operations will make different rebate amounts because they purchase different items, different types of businesses might be better than others. So if you're importing a lot of items that aren't necessarily normally serviced by that distributor, sometimes those won't be on contract. But if you're purchasing heavy for a manufacturer like Tyson, maybe it's a chicken shack or something, they might do a little bit better. So the percentages will change based on the operation that they have. And that's not to say that we can't help everybody, but it will just depend how much their return is. Will depend on what item mix that they're buying from us or from their distributor.
I mean, but either way, the labor costs for me to set up my account is
Around,
really it. There's no cost.
yeah,
I'm not paying you all anything to maintain this. There's not a monthly
Completely free.
subscription fee or anything, correct?
You just sign up, you enter your distributor number, and then you log in to receive your checks every quarter.
Wonderful.
we say that it takes around 20 minutes for that setup to
Oh,
happen, and that
Okay,
generally there's not too much needed. We just ask that people, when they show up to that call with the savings specialist, just have that vendor information available. So who you're buying from and what your account numbers are. If there's any specific vendors that are not a broadline distributor that you're looking to get savings on, if you could bring that latest invoice with you to that call, anything to just kind of speed that up. And ultimately, it really shouldn't take too much longer than that, just to get yourself in the door. So.
great. And we always want to make sure too that the benefits we're offering you all come with good customer service. That's just a requirement. We will drop them if it doesn't. We haven't heard anything yet from anybody lately on any rudeness or anything from our vendors. But it's kind of nice that they will assign you a sales rep right away to talk you through the registration process. And if you don't have your that QR code that Erica shared, I'm going to show you online from our benefits page. There is a way to get straight to the NMRA launch page and begin to fill out the process. So don't worry if you didn't catch that QR code right away.
We have a question, Dion, and it's, do you interface with craft table software?
Do not believe we have any direct integrations with other software in terms of the rebate portion of it. But if they're talking about some of those other like software solutions we have, I'd have to check. But in terms of the rebate launchpad, it is definitely its own thing, and it does not have any integrations currently. If that answers the question.
I see that's Jody, and what I'll do is, Adrian, I'll get you their information.
Sure, that'd be great.
Wonderful. Let's just plug along, unless anyone else has any questions relating to Dining Alliance right away.
The QR code asks me to provide a CC number, credit card number.
Credit card number.
You know what? Wait until the end. Dion's going to show you how to get there through our website, and
Yeah.
I don't think it goes.
Yeah, and Erica, you can kind of check that QR code to make sure if you don't mind during the.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll take a look.
I think Ed's just trying to test me.
It always is.
I'm not sure. Okay, well, let's just keep going. We want to talk more about more money saving stuff for you all. So I'm going to delve into the tip tax credit a bit. You all have probably remembered us talking about our partnership with Adesso with regards to the employee retention tax credit. And that got rebates right away to everybody. This one is not a check or money rebate right in your pocket like it is with Dining Alliance. But you will find that a lot of our members were pretty successful in getting some tip tax credit that sits on their account with the IRS for each of their tax years, and that can be retroactive as well. So they can give you a lot more information, and again, you're going to be assigned a personal representative, so you don't have to rely on me doing any of the math for you, which is great. So to be eligible to receive the FICA tip tax credit, it's a mouthful, you need to be a tip-driven business with tip-driven service, and make sure that those tips have been documented as wages with appropriate FICA taxes paid. That's the key. So we want to make sure that you've already paid FICA taxes on those tips. You can get a refund or a rebate. Sorry, it's not a refund or a rebate, it's a credit. Sorry, a credit for a portion of those FICA taxes that you've been paying. So that can also go backwards as well. The process is ADESA will do all of the math and all of the calculations for you. You'll submit your tax records to them. They'll make those calculations and then get those calculations back to you. You can give those then to your CPA to amend your past returns. And we've had folks who have amended up to 5 years of returns. You can claim the prior years, so you can go backwards and just do that research. You're going to have access, obviously, to those returns, and your CPA can help you with that as well. But on average, the retroactive refund is about $40,000. And those are, it depends on, again, the size of the restaurant and the size of your operation. One client of ours with NMRA did 5 years back and got a total of $83,000 in tax credits. So needless to say, they probably won't be paying towards their taxes next year because they can use those tax credits that are sitting there waiting for them. They do have 18 clients who have received credits of over $60,000. So again, it's variable. They did provide me with some examples, like coffee shops, bars, dine-in, fine dining. We had one that was just a historical property. None of them even knew that this was available, but they are working with other states as well. And I've had really good success with the program. So wanted you to know that that is available and accessible for you. Again, I'll show you how to get to them. But if you ever don't even want to deal with finding everything on the website, which it's really easy to use, again, you just give us a call. Do we have any questions right offhand about the FICA tip tax credit? We could all use a little help when it comes to the IRS, so keep this in mind as one of your money saving tips. I also am so proud that we provide FISIF, that's our member-owned workers' compensation insurance. I'm going to have their director, Tana Lucero, talk a little bit about FISIF and what it means to our members and how you can get involved.
Thank you. You can hear me? Give me a thumbs up.
Yes, we can hear you
Thank you.
great. Thank you.
All right, great.
Perfect.
So my name is Tana Lucero. I'm the administrator of the Food Industry Self-Insurance Fund. That is, you'll hear us called FISIF by our abbreviation FISIF. We provide workers' compensation insurance coverage to members of the New Mexico Restaurant and New Mexico Grocers Associations. In fact, we were formed by those two associations together. We are a not-for-profit, state-regulated self-insurance group, and we provide New Mexico workers' compensation coverage only to New Mexico food-related businesses only. The fund's been around since 1989, and being a self-insured group here and specializing specifically in food-related businesses allows us to focus very specifically on our customers and to kind of differentiate ourselves from the commercial marketplace. In a lot of ways. That includes how we handle our claims, our underwriting practices, our potential for returning funds back to our members, which is what Dion means when she talks about dividend amounts, as well as, you know, the customer service that we're able to provide to our members because we know who our customers are. We visit your facilities regularly on our own just to eat, much less to see how you're working out with your workers' compensation. So I know the webinar is about how you all can save money in a variety of ways with the Restaurant Association. So I'm going to go into a couple of ways that FISIF saves money for you through your workers' compensation coverage. The first, as Dion has listed here, is, well, it's listed second, but we have competitive rates. We are very competitive with the commercial market. And I mean that to say that we're not always the least expensive, but we're certainly not the most expensive. We stay right in line with our commercial competitors. Which is important because you compare apples to apples a little bit, but there are some things that are different. Because we develop our rates based on our group's history, our rates are incredibly stable. We don't follow the marketplace up and down. I know a lot of you have seen your various lines of insurance go up recently, go up or down, often up without notice and outside of your control. FISIF doesn't do that roller coaster with their rates. We base our rates on our experience, on our loss history, on our exposures, and have maintained very stable rates, which allow our member businesses to plan for the year that's coming and to budget appropriately with no surprises. In addition to that, FISF has lowered their rates by 25% overall in the last 5 years. We've consistently reduced rates to bring that savings to our members. The second way that we save money for our members is through our claims handling. You know, the best way to save costs is to not have a claim, but unfortunately, chances are that at some point you're going to have a workers' compensation claim. And when that happens, our in-house staff, we don't use a TPA, our adjusters are in-house and have an average of 20 years of claims handling experience. We're here to ensure that your employees receive the medical care that they need quickly and efficiently, and to get them back to work as quickly as possible. We are very assertive in our claims handling. That includes fraud investigation and extreme attention to detail to ensure that the fund and you only pay for medical care that's reasonable, related, and necessary to get your employees back to work. The third way that you save money with your workers' compensation with FISF is by taking control of your experience modifiers. Those of you that have experience modifiers on your premium know how big of an effect that can be. That's a multiplier of what you pay in premium. Being a FISF member, you have more control over that than you would with a commercial insurance company, because FISF as a self-insurance group allows you to buy back claims from FISF. In addition to allowing you to buy them back, our customer service staff, our member services staff, works with you to determine what makes sense to buy back, what doesn't make sense, and that could affect your premium, future premium for the next 3 years. But they work directly with you on that, which you know, other companies can't do, and commercial insurance companies can't even offer. Fourth, we have our focused underwriting practices. Our member services team really knows the food industry, the restaurant and hospitality businesses, and they know the risks involved with these types of businesses. So applications and payroll audits are reviewed very carefully to ensure that we're inviting like-minded businesses to join the fund, and that every member business is paying fair premium that is accurate based on the type of work that you're doing, based on your payroll and based on your risk classifications. We don't inflate our premium to pad our bottom line. Money is not going to random expenses. And we are operating to a zero budget because we want to return any fund savings back to our members. That brings us into the last thing that Dion mentioned, which is the potential for return of surplus funds, or what's noted here is dividends. Because we are a not-for-profit organization, FISF's goal is to collect enough premium to cover claims and the obligation, and to pay the claims obligations and the operating costs. And that's it. Once sufficient time has passed to reasonably anticipate all of our obligations, anything that's left over, surplus funds, becomes eligible for return back to our members. We don't keep it in our bank account. We don't send it back to shareholders. It goes directly back to those members. So any money that's left over could be returned to you. Dion asked me to give a couple of examples of what that surplus fund return looks like. It's a little bit difficult to do because the number of members, the premium that we collect, the losses for a given year, it's hard to estimate what that's going to look like to give you an exact number. However, I can tell you that over the years, FISF has returned more than $23 million of premium, collected premium, back to our membership, which is about 10% of premiums that we have collected. Also, when we release these funds, we release for, in any given year, we release a few years of funds. And in a year when we release, it could have multiple years involved. For example, in 2024, FISF released $1 million in surplus funds back to our membership. That amount was made up of surplus funds from 7 different years, 2008, 2009, 13, 16, 19, 20, and 21. Total return that year was $1 million. In 2023, we released $1.4 million. That came from 5 years, also 11, 12, 17, 18, and 19. So the amount you're going to get back is going to depend on how many members were in the fund that year, what the fund performed like, but it's been pretty consistently between $1 million and $1.5 million every year that we're returning back to our members. Individual member results are going to vary with the dividends, but an average for a qualifying, what we would call a mid-sized restaurant that pays $8,000 to $12,000 in average premium per year receives an average of approximately in 2024 received approximately $1,000 back in that surplus fund savings. In 2023, same size qualifying business received $1,500 in that surplus fund. Let's see, in 2024, average qualifying member restaurants paying these are smaller restaurants that pay $1,000 of average premium, got about $200 back of that dividend amount. And larger members who pay $100,000 in premium received an average of $15,000 of that dividend. So I know I can't give you an exact number, but there's
That's
some
fine.
examples of what members get back. This is after your premium is paid. This is after your claims and things are paid, and this money that's left over is being returned to our membership.
Thank you, Tana.
Sure. Any questions?
I've received some really good feedback too about your safety education and things that you do to help us reduce our claims, make our restaurants safer, both for our customers and for our employees. So we do appreciate that too.
Thanks. That makes me very happy to hear.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. And then the fact that it's so industry specific, I'm getting some good feedback on that as well. Keep in mind, FISF is owned by the Restaurant Association and the Grocers Association. So it is managed by a board of directors. Carol sits on that board, and the board is made up of grocers and restaurateurs and other industry leaders. So you are well represented there, and they understand the specific needs of our industry. So just, keep that in mind as that personal service as well. I've also heard of members leaving FISF for a slightly lower premium, but then going back for the much better service. So keep that in mind too. But just all you need to do is talk to your broker. Yay, Marina said FISF is the best. I've been using them for years. We love you, Marina. All you need to do is make sure that when you're bidding out your workers' comp coverage, with whatever carrier you're using, just make sure that you're including FISF as a quote. Even if you're not a member of the association yet, but you have to be a member to get FISF, they will still quote you, even if you're not a member, and then you can join at the time that you decide to join FISF.
Right. And just since you mentioned that too, I just want to quickly mention that we're happy to work with you through your agent if you have one. If you don't have one, we're happy to work with you directly. But if you have an agent, we're happy to contact your agent and work directly with them.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about Tiger Natural Gas. This is a real easy, no-brainer one as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't cover all areas of our state. Tiger is a benefit that you don't really need to do much except to change your carrier for your natural gas. So they will cover anybody in New Mexico Gas Company's purview. For those of you who aren't in one of these cities, get in touch with me, please. Let me know who you guys are using, and we'll reach out and see what kind of discounts we can work out. Think of it kind of like two cellular carriers using the same towers. Tiger is going to use the same gas lines as the New Mexico Gas Company. I can't even tell you how it's different because I'm not a geologist, but it's different. And they can provide you up to a 20% discount on your gas. Thank you, Lisa. So Lisa's using the Zia gas. Okay, we're going to check into that too. And the more information you all give me, the more savings I can get back to you. So I do appreciate that feedback. If you have questions about Tiger, again, you don't have to be a member yet, but what you could do to get a membership discount with Tiger is send me or the Tiger representative your gas bill, and she can give you a quote before you commit to see if there would be a savings for you. So it's pretty easy. There's not a lot of work on your part. Any questions about Tiger yet? Or we can take those at the end. Great. Okay, I said there was a lot to cover, and there is. So we're going to go over some of our other cost-saving benefits for you. Don't forget, though, that our staff is one of your biggest benefits. Your dues pay for our salaries. So I am here for you when you call with questions, and we do have experts in every area. So if you have questions about food safety or instructions that an inspector has given you, we can get you over to Michelle or to Tom to answer those questions. Our finance director, Cindy, is really great about things like tip pooling, payroll setup, all of those kinds of things. We also have a set of vendors that I can direct you to. In fact, today I got an email from one of our members saying he's needing to fire his bookkeeper, but he wants to make sure that he's doing this correctly and in the right way. So I referred him over to Law for Small Business. They're one of our preferred vendors and not preferred, they're one of our featured vendors. And they provide a 30-minute phone consult or computer consult to each member. So he can get that one question answered pretty quickly for free online. So it's statewide. And then if it has to dig a little deeper, they do get a 20% discount on their legal services. We do have a discount with restaurantowner.com. That is something that you're paying for, but we provide a discount for our members to subscribe to restaurantowner.com. Whether you're monthly or annual, it will take some off of your prescription price. ServeSafe, obviously, we're very proud to have ServeSafe. We do the classes here. You do get a member discount for live classes and for private classes. You also have member code for our online food handler and our online alcohol server certification. So if you need your secret code, just call me, go on the chat, and we'll get that to you. Healthiest You is a program that's under your National Restaurant Association membership. We share that with them as well. And it provides a $10 per month, telehealth benefit that you can get for your employees, or just give the employees the discount themselves. So they can pay for it out of pocket, or you can take it out of their check. You could half it, do it any way you like. But it does provide any kind of non-laboratory, non-in-person items. So they can do prescription refills, they do back health, they do mental health checks. It's a great service, and all of it's online. Our Brio Brokers group will do business valuations for you. And they just, if you're ready to kind of if you're ready to sell, you're ready to expand, for some reason you need a big loan and you need a business valuation, they have a great program for our members. We do have discounts with BMI as well for your music licensing, and that can get you up to 20%. I can tell you a little bit more if you want to meet with me about how that works. You're going to get 5% for being a member, period. And then past that, if you do prepayments, you get another 5%. And then if you do online payments, you get another 5%. So it just depends on how your account is structured. If you have questions about your music licensing, please call me. There's a lot of alternatives as well that you can use instead of BMI or instead of other ones. Adrian, do you guys have any music licensors in your purview?
We can take a look. I'm not sure off the top of my head. They might be a Beyond Broadline supplier though.
Okay, thanks. So that can definitely be something that that we look into, because that's a huge need for our bars and restaurants. Now, how do you get to these? I'm going to show you a little bit of our website and how to access these benefits. And Jody, I see your question there about how to get a hold of FISIF. I'm going to show you how to do that right here. Let's see. And let me get the website up for you. Sorry about that. You get to see the ocean for a minute. So from our main page here, is everyone sharing with me still? Okay, I'm seeing nods, good. So from our main page, we are featuring the webinar Right Way. And what you're going to do is go to your membership tab up at the top, go down to member benefits. And here you're going to see a little bit about some of the benefits that we've discussed. So if you want more information about FISIF and you kind of want to dig a little deeper, you can click the Learn More. So Jody, this is going to tell you about what they do, and it'll connect you over to FISIF's website. You can call them, or you just send me a quick email and say, hey, I need a connection to FISIF, and I'll send it through. And I'll introduce you via email over to Tana and her team. Okay, same thing with the Law for Small Business. We would go in here, learn a little bit about what they do. For example, they can help you with cannabis laws, how to handle those employee issues, you have a problem with the lease, you want to, again, you want to sell your business, you've got a lawsuit pending or litigation. We've got a lot of employment law questions. Those tend to be the biggest ones that we get. And they've been very personable and very helpful to our members. I don't know if they got to him today, but I was able to get a link to that person this morning, so that they could start the process to go ahead and get their advice on the unfortunate termination that they had to do. So what you're going to do for this is, all you need to do is you'll have to consult with me first to get your secret code. Because although we like our website to be informative for everyone, we want members only to be able to access these savings. So once you contact me and I verify your membership, I will give you that code to use on their website so that you can go on and order, and then you'll use that code at the checkout. And that's the same thing with Lisa. I will go ahead and send you the codes for, I know we have some non-members on the call. So Lisa, I'm going to send you your codes for food handler and for alcohol server. And you can share those with your employees so that you can get the discounts there. Okay. I am going to stop sharing for a moment. Great. You guys asked some good questions. Are there any others or any questions about your benefits that aren't related to money that we can help you with today? Nope. All right. I did forget one thing I want to show you again. You can reach us via phone. We also have this chat box. It's office hours now, so the chat is up. If it's not up, you can still leave us a direct message on the chat. It's manned by our staff in-house. So Andre or myself are going to be the ones to answer those questions for you, and then we'll forward you on to someone else. If it's a government question, I'm going to forward you over to Carol and make her answer those legislative questions for me. And if you really want to take a deeper dive into anything, keep in mind that on our Become a Member page, you can make a reservation with me as well. So this will go directly to my calendar, and you can book an appointment with me to go over any questions or needs that you have. That way, we're not going back and forth to find a time that works for both of us. But again, our staff is here, real life person answering the phone if you want to give us a call too. Lots of different ways to get to the same destination.
Yeah, and I just want to show you, because you weren't sharing during that time that you said the chat. But chat is usually up on our website, and so you can see here, just start chatting with us. That comes to somebody in the office. And then of course, anytime you have questions, call us. We love getting calls here. We don't get a whole lot anymore because everybody gets their answers off of our website. So we all dash to get the phone when a call comes in. But all of these things are on our website and accessible. And again, Dion is there to take your calls. And so any other questions?
Carol, can you jump back and show them how to make an appointment that I thought I was sharing and I was talking too much?
No, it's okay. It's hard to.
So if you go up to membership in the main menu and then go down to become a member, and then either one is fine. It'll go to the same calendar. Okay, so if you have questions about any of your benefits, go ahead and you can make a reservation there as well. All of the members make a lot of appointments too. It's not just non-members. This will allow you to go ahead and choose a time that's good for you.
Lots of ways to get to us. Yep. Okay.
Does anybody want to unmute and ask any questions of our panel? All right. I guess not. Carol, do you want to close us out and see if there's anything else you need to add?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Erica and Adrian for being here, and of course Tana, great explanation about the FISIP benefits, and I can't tell you enough how important it is that we have that program. when I had restaurants, I was in the FISF program. It was years and years ago, but there was a point where we couldn't get work comp in this state. And so we put this program together. It's been a great program since. I just heard from one of our members. She just moved over to FISF from a commercial carrier, and she is blown away by the service. She said, you know, last thing I wanted to do was have an accident happen. She said, but we had an accident, and I have never had such great service in my life. And I think that makes a difference in this day and age. So thank you, Tana, for doing such a great job. And Erica and Adrian, I can't wait to get folks started on this program. I think it's going to be a huge benefit and money savings. So please, if you're not using Buyer's Edge, like, get this done now. And then Dion, thank you so much. You are a genius when it comes to this stuff, and I appreciate all your work.
Thanks. Before you cut us off, we did have one final question. So Adrian, don't hang up yet. Do we know if the Buyer's Edge platform has a relationship with Sam's Club?
We don't generally work with cash and carry distributors, so they do have to be through some type of like online ordering portal, generally for us to be able to interact with them. We usually say if it shows up on a truck, that's usually the ones that we can work with. So unfortunately, Sam's Club, Costco, or even sometimes Restaurant Depot, if they're going in person, won't qualify, but the bigger broadline distributors will all work for us. And once they get on the phone with the savings specialist, they can talk about whatever vendors they buy from, and we can handpick and make sure that they get everything that can possibly be set up, make sure that that gets set up for them.
And I mean, overall, you're going to find that the rebates and the cost savings that you get mixed with your FISF dividend, mixed with everything else, really makes the dues pay for themselves. I mean, I was kind of calculating as we went, and some of the average things you were giving me were less than, or the dues were less than what the members are getting back. So it's a no-brainer, some of these things, and they're very easy to access. So we want to encourage you to do that. But thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks everyone for being here. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. And we will post this.
We will.
Yeah. On our website, so everybody gets it. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thanks for joining us, Kyle, too, as well.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.